Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say it. There's no reason for me to beat around the bush here. Does this game suck? Earthbound Beginnings? No, that feels so weird to say. Mother 1 is kind of really weird game. Look, I don't think it's a secret to anybody that if you were to make a graph that gauged the popularity of each of the Mother games, it's going to look like this. I don't want to point out the Smash Bros. Sized elephant in the room, but yes, I do know that exists. We're going to ignore that for the sake of this video, okay? There is a reason why in this trilogy of videos where I'm going through my experience of the 3 games of the Mother series, I started with Earthbound. It's because Earthbound is just so... It was a way more popular title and I needed to get more views. Look, dude, this is also my job, okay? But it's also that exact reason as to why I was so interested in going back and playing Earthbound's predecessor, Mother 1, the first game in the Mother series. I know, wow, I can't believe it either. A game that, in the grand scheme of, you know, these 3 games, nobody ever talks about. So why is that? But by the way, this game has a has an opening monologue, so just stick with me here for a minute, okay? In the early 1900s, a dark shadow covered a small country in rural America. At the time, a young married couple vanished mysteriously from their homes. The man's name was George. The woman's name was Maria. 2 years later, as suddenly as he left, George returned. He never told anyone where he had been or what he had done, but he began an odd study, all by himself. As for Maria, his wife, she never returned. 80 years have passed since then. Oh my god, this game looks so old! Dear viewer, allow me to introduce you to Ninten. Wait, I'm sorry. You named him Ninten? At least Ness took the effort to move the S to the end of his name. This is just flat out ridiculous, I have to say. Ninten is just a normal American kid who lives a normal American life. At least that's what the game leads you to believe. That doesn't last long. 5 seconds in, his fucking lamp starts flying around and attacks him. Luckily, I am a seasoned veteran of this franchise now. This shit can only faze me so much. With the flying lamp defeated, Ninten comes to the conclusion that, oh shit, my house is probably haunted. And we set out to go find and destroy and kill, or I guess, re-kill all of the ghosts. Upon entering his sister's room, we see her doll just spasming on the floor. That's a terrifying sight. And so, with the power of spamming the attack button, because I'm a little level 1 baby with no cool psychic powers yet, we defeat the doll and the house goes back to normal. Editor Charlie, play the celebration green screen. With the doll finally not moving like it should have been in the first place, that was very weird. Ninten's sister, who is still, you know, freaked the fuck out by it, respectfully asks us if we can go up and make sure it's actually, like, good now. And so we do exactly that. And mysteriously, the doll begins to play a melody. Huh. Yeah, who cares? Ninten decides to go call his dad because, you know, a lot of crazy bullshit just went down and he wants to, you know, talk to his father, and this is where we find out some interesting information. Ninten's father tells us about our great-grandfather, a mysterious man who once studied the power of PSI. And with weird phenomena like this starting to happen all over the world, it's time for us to go on a little adventure. That's good enough for me. I sure hope this little adventure does not escalate into a battle to stop our planet from getting destroyed. I'm sure that won't happen. And so right before heading out, we make a stop by our basement where our great-grandfather actually left a few items behind. His diary, a plastic baseball bat, and bread. Ninten, for the love of God, do not eat the basement bread. Okay, anyways, we open up the diary and we read a page out of it. The one who lost the tail. The Forgotten One. The ship that sails. Yeah, no, that wasn't cryptic at all. Thanks, Granddad. All right, whatever. We take the diary with us, because why not? And we finally head out on our little adventure as we make our way to the city of... Oh no. Yeah, so one of the big things that separate Mother 1 from its following games, this game has random encounters. And I mean a lot of random encounters. You know, I think a lot of people would argue too many. Look, I don't hate when games implement this, but it is kind of annoying when every 2 steps I'm just trying to go on an adventure and the game hits me with a...
You.
Okay, maybe I hate random encounters. Welcome to Podunk, a classic American city where I guess they sell houses to mice because fuck it, why not? And also everyone is being attacked by monsters from the local graveyard. All right, I mean, this is great. The only thing I got left here on my bingo card is useless mayor that is currently shitting bricks and oh, there he is. Yeah, so according to the mayor, a little child got lost in the local cemetery. You know, like the place that all of the monsters are currently coming from. And everybody around town is too mortified of the place to actually go in and save her. Oh my god, he's gonna make me do it, isn't he? God damn it. I think this is a great time for me to bring this up. Look, Mother 1 is a very hard game to navigate. Luckily, they did give me a map to figure out where I'm going. What the fuck is this? You know what? Guides exist for a reason. Thank you, Starman.net, for being the only reason I make any progress in this game. After entering the graveyard and fighting a bunch of evil, spooky monsters, we find a random secret passage. And how the hell did you get here? All right, this is Pippi. This is Pippi, guys. Pippi was the girl that was trapped in the cemetery. Pippi also has the most horrifying official art I maybe have ever seen, ever, possibly. Anyways, Pippi joins our party and we take her back to the mayor. He takes all of the credit and tells us to go fix more of his issues. Wow! And so he gives us the key to the local zoo where apparently all of the animals have gone crazy and are attacking people. Hey, concerned citizen here? Why is nothing functional here at all? Whatever, you know, we've dealt with flying lamps, zombie attacks. Why not go fight an elephant? But first, we're gonna make a stop by the department store. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to go get some equipment if I'm gonna go deal with rabid wild animals, though that feels kind of dangerous. So I walk around, I buy some stuff, I get a new baseball bat, and right before I head out, I come across this dude. This is the owner of the pet shop. He's not that important. However, he did find a random baby canary. You know, those little, like, yellow bird things. And he offers to sell it to us for $85. We say no. He gives it to us anyways. I call that business. And so now we have a bird. All right, let me explain because the game never does a really good job at making this section flow. So to the right of Podunk, there's a canary sanctuary because I guess the people of Podunk like these things a lot. And this baby canary was separated from its mom. That's the whole plot, all right? And so before we head off to the zoo, we make a quick detour off to the side. We go to the sanctuary. We return the baby to its mother. And in a moment of happiness, it sings another mysterious melody. Whatever, I'm sure it'll get explained later. Let's keep moving. Welcome to the Podunk Zoo. After a very long walk and 15 random encounters later, we make it to the office building where we find what the hell is that pill-looking ass? Oh, god damn it. Oh, hey, look. It's a Starman. You know, this would be a lot scarier if it weren't for the fact that after 2 attacks, it lost all of its PP, and so I just kind of pummeled it to death. And just like that, the zoo actually goes back to normal. Yeah, so it turns out this Starman guy was actually playing a high-pitched frequency sound that was causing all of the local zoo animals to go insane and want to murder everybody. This seems like a very big issue. Why did you send a 12-year-old to do this job? Whatever. Good job, Nintendo. Take a fucking gold star, dude. I'm proud of you. And so, as we head out of the office building, on our way out, we find the amazing singing monkey, who, you guessed it, it sings another mysterious song. You know, I seriously hope this gets explained soon. What is the point of this? All right, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It is not fun being a civil servant. I am leaving Podunk. Oh my god. Is this the first time since I've started playing this series that any NPC at all has mentioned how weird it is that these random children just, like, have psychic powers? Huh. Well, that's kind of... Oh, come on! Well, after a little more walking, we come across whatever the hell this thing is supposed to be. Oh. It's a dimensional portal. Welcome to Magicant. You're probably confused as shit. Don't worry, I was too. Don't have a panic attack. Magicant is a real-ass place. Kinda. Look, that doesn't get explained until, like, the very end of the game. You're just gonna have to accept that this is a reality for right now. Basically, whenever Nintendo tries to use his telepathy, well, he has telepathy, by the way, to speak to these random seashell things, he gets flung through space and time and ends up in this mystical dimension. You know what? Fuck it, why not? Magicant is a city with shops, hotels, citizens. You get the idea. It's a crazy little acid world. We're gonna go with that. And the most important part of Magicant is the giant castle that's just kind of in the middle of it. I mean, come on. We're gonna go see what's up with the castle. After entering, we talk to a few nearby guards where we find out about Queen Mary. That's the queen's name. Who apparently, this lady, has been having a bunch of nightmares. Uh-oh. They're about her singing to a child, and then when she sings the song to the child, she wakes up in a cold sweat, freaking out, and completely forgets the song. And so, we head down the castle halls where we meet Queen Mary, the Queen of Magicant. That was already very obvious. I don't know why I said that again. That was weird. Nintendo decides to ask Queen Mary if she could sing us the song that we just heard about, which... in retrospect, is kind of fucked up considering we just found out it gives her nightmares. But due to that whole, you know, her having amnesia and forgetting it every morning thing, she literally just can't do it. I don't know why you asked her that, Nintendo. We knew this. Yeah, so if you haven't put the pieces of the puzzle together yet, those random ass tunes that have been getting sung to us for the last 2 hours of the game, yeah, those are like pieces of that melody. So finally, after, you know, not really knowing what the hell we've been doing this whole time, we finally have a main goal: to find all 8 pieces of Queen Mary's mysterious melody and play them back to her. All right, I'm just gonna put that there, put that there, and that there. There we go. We got those 3 already. Let's keep moving. Also, just wanted to bring up that as I was leaving Magicant, there was a giant dragon sleeping. That's fucking terrifying. Let's get the hell out of here. I do not feel like dying. All right, hold on. Let me just pull my map out here real quick. So we started here, and now we are here. I fucking hate this map. Also, if that didn't give it away, every time we leave Magicant, we just kind of get randomly teleported back into the planet. Let's hope nothing bad comes from that. Welcome to Merrysville. It looks identical to Podunk. Look, I know they look incredibly similar, but you gotta give the developers a little bit of a break. I'm pretty sure these cartridges have less storage than, like, a single polygon on a Fortnite skin. All right, who around here knows where I can find a melody? I'll tell you one thing. This guy sure doesn't. All he knows is where we can find explosives. Why are you telling this to a 12-year-old? All right, you know how I said that Podunk and Merrysville are practically identical? I lied a little bit. Merrysville has an education system. Welcome to school. You see, if I was a 90s kid right now, this would probably be the point where I would take my cartridge, throw it out the window, and burn my entire house down. This kid asked if I've ever played Super Mario Bros. 7. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shit, I love the DS1. The kids here are really dumb, though. Like, this guy doesn't even know how to carry over and subtraction. You're probably cooked, dude. You might just want to, like, drop out and become a YouTuber.
Any first grader can do a cartwheel, don't you think?
I can't do a cartwheel.
This joke was so stupid, and it genuinely made me burst out laughing. I think my sense of humor might be fried. Heading up the stairs, we come across these two kids who are apparently bullying some poor dude named Lloyd. Yeah, don't do that. And also, it caused him to, lock himself on the roof and hide away. Oh my god, we gotta go get the janitor. Hello, Mr. Janitor. Can you please unlock the door to the roof for me? And please do not go on a super long rant about your marriage. Oh, come on. Okay, after, you know, all of that, we finally make it to the roof, where we meet Lloyd. He has explosives. Why do we keep giving kids explosives here, guys? Lloyd tells us that he'll be our friend. However, he won't really be our friend until we get him explosives. Where are your parents? Luckily for us, this isn't reality, and instead, it's a silly little RPG from 1989. Let's go get the 12-year-old some explosives. All right, Lloyd, I got you, your little fucking bottle rockets. Let's be friends now. All right, Lloyd, our first goal is going to be to find these 8 melodies. Oh my god, Lloyd wants to go to a factory and launch a missile. Okay, Lloyd, I know I took you to check out the military-grade missile. Do not launch the missile. God damn it. Oh, hey, never mind. Turns out Lloyd actually just used the missile to clear out a path that was blocked for us earlier. Good job, Lloyd. Maybe I will trust you with weapons of mass destruction. And with a brand new friend by our side, we grab a train ticket and head off to our next location, the city of Snowman. Don't mind the fact that Lloyd is dead. We got attacked by a bunch of rabid wolves on the way here, and this city does not have a local hospital. Nah, he's probably fine. While hopping between train station to train station because I still haven't found a single other melody and I have no fucking clue where I'm going, we come across this random old lady who asked if we could go to Snowman and return this lost hat to a random little girl. And now we're here. I swear to God, if one more fucking part of my awesome grand adventure is just doing chores for old people, I'm going to explode. After enough time of Ninten and Lloyd's disheveled ghost walking around the snowy lands of Snowman, we find our way to the Snowman Chateau, where we meet this girl, Anna. Her mom is missing and might be dead. Yes, that is what she opens with. A little forward, but I mean, I've already put Mr. Explosion over here on the team. I think you actually might be just mentally unstable enough to join us. So, welcome to the party, Anna. We still haven't found a melody. And with our third party member in tow, we once again head off to the train station to see where it will lead us next. Another day, another city. Welcome to Spookane. Now, I know what you're probably asking. The city is called Spookane. This is definitely a play on the word spook, isn't it? It's gonna have a lot of ghosts. Yes, it is. Now, should I be worried that we've been walking around for like 15 minutes and haven't seen a single sign of life? Probably, but I'm not gonna think about it. Let's keep going. Hey, look, it's a hotel. Hello, extremely suspicious looking person. I would like 1 room, please. Oh. Okay, yeah, that definitely checks. Well, that was a little terrifying, but at least after a bit more walking around, I found civilization. Welcome to the residential area. All right, let's see if you remember. Why did everybody leave downtown Spookane? All right, let's talk about this actually now. So there's this big house in Spookane that is called the Rosemary House. It's this giant house off to the side of the city that one day the family that lived in it mysteriously disappeared. After hearing that the big house in Spookane is haunted, once again, I don't know what you expected. Look at the name of your town. A bunch of people from Spookane ran away and left. This has now rendered the rest of Spookane a ghost town. Get it? Also, okay, this is completely unrelated, but I wanted to bring it up. There's a random-ass woman in Spookane that her entire purpose is that she just gives you hints about what you need to do to progress in the game. However, I decided that I didn't want any hints, so when she asked, I said no, and she just phased out of existence. You can literally, like, in the gameplay, see me stop in utter shock. Okay, anyways, there's this other random-ass person in Spookane that, for some reason, owns the keys to the Rosemary house. And after seeing how brave we look, she gives us the keys. You know what? I have to respect that sometimes you just gotta move the plot forward. Welcome to the Rosemary house. A giant maze of a mansion with random rooms that lead to other random rooms. Wow! This is definitely going to be really fun. Look, I promise the gameplay of me struggling to figure out where the hell I possibly am for 20 minutes is not that entertaining. We're going to skip forward to the end of it. Hey, look! It's a magic ghost piano! Oh my god, finally we got another melody. And just like that, we dip. Like, seriously, we just straight up leave. We don't even fix the ghost issue. I'm sure karma won't bite us in the ass for this. You know what? Trains were for pussies anyways. Let's go take a detour through the desert. Where am I? Where am I going? What are you? Who are you? Water. Where are you going, guys? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm so dehydrated. I'm exhausted. Why does that cactus have a face? Okay, I think I've definitely lost my mind. Okay, tracking through the desert with 0 supplies, 0 water, and 0 materials at all was probably not, smart. But look, I did find this dude in the middle of it. I sure hope I'm not hallucinating. Is anything real right now? I don't really know, but he did give us a tank. Why did that cactus have a face? Well, good news is, we can't get any random encounters in this thing, so I guess we're just gonna keep heading forward and... Wait, but what? But I'm in the tank. I don't understand. Oh, shit. Yeah, so a giant robot decides to jump us while we're in the tank. Luckily, we do defeat it with the tank. We also destroy the tank. You know what? I'm not taking the blame here. I don't know why you gave that to us. We are literal children. But we're just gonna keep walking forward and hope that he never finds out. Let's keep moving. And so we go down this random ladder and we find our way to a monkey maze. To the best of my knowledge, this whole section has 0 lore implications. I just think Nintendo finds monkeys funny. And so we make our way through the monkey maze, picking up a couple items along the way until eventually we find... Oh. Well, I guess you know what that means. Okay, I know what you're probably wondering right now. Hey, Charlie, why the hell are we back in Magicant, you stupid idiot? Okay, first of all, that was not very nice. But also, we gotta go fight the dragon, dude. Why do we have to go fight the dragon? Look, I don't know. I've been lost for the majority of this game, but a guide on the internet said that I should. I will not lie to you guys. This fight was hard as shit. I was stuck on it for like 20 minutes. But eventually, with all of our new cool psychic powers and whatever the hell Lloyd is doing, we beat the dragon. And as it lies there on the ground, it begins to sing another tune. Cool. All right, that was definitely worth it. And so, once again, we leave Magicant, and oh man, where are we? This is Youngtown. Yeah, wow, these names are seriously, like, on the nose. Youngtown. This whole town is only children. So, remember that whole thing that from, like, way earlier in this video about Anna's mom, like, mysteriously disappearing out of nowhere? So, it turns out that whatever the hell happened to her mom also happened to the parents of every single child in this town. Okay, yeah, we should probably figure out what this whole kidnapping thing's about. Let's go talk to some of the locals. After a bit of talking around, we find out from this guy that apparently some big ship showed up and abducted all of the adults. Aliens? Yeah, so it hasn't, like, flat out been said at this point, but, if it wasn't, obvious from, you know, the fact that we've been fighting some aliens, it seems, why is my dog barking? It seems that the Earth is probably under attack by some alien race. Everything that has happened up to this point, the zombies, the ghosts, the crazy animals, Wally. Oh, shit. Wait, hold on. That might have just been a really angry farmer. I probably shouldn't have killed that guy. Is due, probably, to an alien invasion. And so now that we have a pretty good idea of why everything has been fucking going AWOL for the past 20 hours, we know what we must do. According to the children of Youngtown, this mysterious ship flew up to the highest point in the country, the peak of Mount Itoi. Named after the guy who made the game, by the way. That's kind of cool. And so if we want to finally put an end to all of this chaos that has been going on, we have to scale the mountain and stop these aliens. But not yet. We got to do a few more things first. Let's move on. First of all, we head into another house in Youngtown where we meet this random ass baby with psychic powers. No, it is not Ness. I really wish it was. It's going to be my headcanon, but unfortunately, it's just a baby, dude. And through awesome telepathic communication, he teaches us how to teleport, which is, you know, kinda awesome. Thanks, baby. And so, promising the children one last time that we'll bring their parents back safe and sound, we head out of Youngtown and begin our journey to our final destination. But first, we gotta make it through a swamp? Editor Charlie, put a map of this area up on screen. Fuck you. Look, I don't know if evil level design is a real term, but if it does exist, this is like whatever is like a tier lower than that. This is so evil. Whatever, I don't care, because guess who else is here? Lloyd's dad. He's also hiding in a trash can. Yeah, okay, maybe there's a reason why this kid has a couple mental issues, I'm starting to realize. Well, Lloyd's dad basically just tells us to take care of his son, and we keep moving forward. Welcome to Ellay, a city that's probably most notable feature is the fact that it's right next to the giant mountain that we need to climb. And also, it's also completely ravaged by a gang. These guys are known as the Blah Blah Gang. I don't know who came up with that name. You deserve to be fired. The Blah Blah Gang is a group of hooligans that run around Ellay and just harass people. I will say one really funny thing about these guys is the fact that you can just go up to them and they'll challenge you to a fight. And then right after you completely kick their ass, you can just do it again. I'm not gonna lie, I actually started to feel bad at one point. Look, he literally tries to run away and I just engage again. I don't know how he is alive. So after a quick session of bullying the bullies because I am awesome and basically Robin Hood, we decide that maybe we should actually go look around the city and see what's going on. Wait a minute. Is that... You know what? I'm not taking the blame here. I don't know why you gave that to us. Shit. Hey there, guy who graciously gifted us his military-grade tank to borrow. How are you? All right, we pay him for the damages, and then he runs off back into the eternal void where he will never be seen again. That's called being responsible. I don't even know why. I don't know why he gave that to me in the first place. I can't even get a driver's license for like 4 more years. Anyways, with that whole shebang dealt with, let's go clubbing. We need a ticket to get in. You need a ticket. You can't go into the club without a ticket. Fuck you. But hey, don't forget that this game takes place in America. There is literally a ticket scalper right outside. This is the most accurate depiction of American culture I have ever seen. However, she asks for, $1.2 thousand for it. I'm not going to pay that. And so we head into the local department store where we find out they're selling the exact same ticket for 1/4 of the cost. You motherfucker. Welcome to the live house. We give them our ticket and we head on inside where this random woman offers to buy us a drink. Holy grooming. What's even funnier is the fact that if you say yes, a cop instantly walks in and he arrests you, not the woman. Well, anyways, after a quick stern talking to, we go right back to the club because lessons are for losers. Do I want to sing? Is this rhetorical? Oh, no, never mind. Nintendo and gang just broke into song and dance. This is actually happening. This is awesome. I mean, look at them go, dude. They're having the time of their life. This is fantastic. This is bad, Allow me to introduce you to Teddy, the leader of the Blah Blah Gang. You know, the people we were harassing earlier. Yeah, so Teddy isn't really too happy about all of that. And so, in retaliation, he challenges Ness. I wrote Ness in the script. Oh, shit. And so, in retaliation, he challenges Nintendo to a fist fight, which he instantly loses and then calls it a draw. Okay, Teddy. Oh, both of your parents are dead and you are severely traumatized. Dude, you're gonna fit right in here. Oh, by the way, not only does Teddy decide to join our party, he also just fucking kicks Lloyd out of it. Look, I'm sure this is probably because the NES cartridge could not handle having 4 party members, but I find it really funny that Nintendo and Anna are just completely fine with this. And so, with Lloyd literally just gone now, we head off to climb the mountain. Okay. Remember the Rosemary house from earlier? Imagine that, but you double the size, and it also shoots you with a gun 5 times. Look, this whole area is really rough. It's a maze, and I am lost. However, it does also have every single one of the main characters' best weapon in the entire game. So that's kind of cool. Teddy got a katana. I do not trust Teddy with a katana. I would not even give that man a butter knife. Anyways, like 30 minutes of randomly running around later, we made it out! Finally, we escaped the hellhole. Straight into another hellhole. This mountain is never gonna give up, is it? You know, I wonder what Lloyd is up to right now. I don't care. After a bit more pushing forward, we find a house? Yeah, so apparently this dude just lives up on Mount Itoi. But I mean, he does also offer us his home as a resting place. So hey, thanks, random NPC 37. I'm gonna call you Timbo. And so we head into Timbo's bedroom to get some rest, where Teddy, being the W wingman that he is, says he has to go make some phone calls and leaves us to be alone together. Ooh, young love. It's a cute little moment, okay? Anna confesses her feelings to Nintendo. They share a cute little dance. It's a good development for their characters, and oh, God fucking damn it. Teddy bursts into the room because, if you weren't aware, giant explosions usually equal bad thing going on. And so, with the vibe completely obliterated, we head out to see what's happening. And oh no. Yeah, so this fight is completely hopeless. We do 1 damage to the robot every time we hit it. It hit Nintendo for his entire health bar. ×3. Well, I guess this is the end of the road. It was cool knowing you guys. I have always wondered what the afterlife is like. I wonder if it's kind of cool. What? Oh, shit! In the only cool moment that he will probably have for the entirety of the game, Lloyd pulls up with a tank. Am I going to question how we got access to a second tank? No. And so he takes us to safety, and the next day we wake up in a random doctor's house. However, shit is not okay. Heading out of the bedroom, we find Teddy, barely grasping on to life. It seems that the explosion, the one that we miraculously survived, that's going to allow us to keep on pushing forward, we only survived it because Teddy took the majority of the blast. As we walk up to his hospital bed, drifting in and out of consciousness, Teddy leaves us with one final message. Brute strength is not enough to beat them. I know now that peace can be brought back to us. I believe. And with that, Teddy slips into a deep coma. This time, Lloyd tells Teddy to stay behind, once again joining the party. And with the 3 of us back together once again, for one final time, we must, for our friends, for our families, for Teddy, we must climb Mount Itoi. Okay, that was really heavy. Mental reset. So we're all the way back at the beginning, which means, you guessed it, doing the entire maze all over again. We make it back to where, you know, we were jumped by a giant robot. And this time, without it being there trying to murder us for some reason, we keep heading forward, where we find a lake. Yeah, so for some unexplained reason, Ninten and gang are very compelled to go explore the lake. Like I don't want to be the one to say it, but Ninten, fate of the planet situation happening here. I also don't think you should drive the boat directly into that whirlpool. Nope, you're still gonna do that. Okay. Okay, pause. Real quick. We need to talk for a moment. So, remember that really big, long block of text from the very beginning of the video? This one. Yeah, that's about to get really important. So, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to read it again. Here you go. Welcome to, yeah, I don't actually know where we are. It appears that we somehow ended up in a secret underground lab. I am still questioning why we decided to go into that whirlpool. And after a bit of nonsensical exploration, we eventually find our way to, this thing. You know, the last 2 times we have come across giant, massive robots, they have both almost ended in our immediate death. Is it a good idea to turn this thing on right now? No. Am I going to do it? Hello, Mrs. Robot. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Eve, a robot. Our robot. No, I'm serious. This thing was programmed with the sole purpose of protecting Ninten. Let's talk about that. We don't get that much information right here. However, Eve does tell us that George, that's the guy from the beginning text, after being taken to the end of the universe and then brought back, listen, it's a very big bag of worms. We're gonna get to it in like 5 minutes, I promise. Basically programmed Eve to eventually one day wake up and protect Ninten as he climbs Mount Itoi. So, if it was not obvious yet, George and our great-grandfather guy, mysterious great-grandfather guy, that's the same person. Wow, shocker. And so after a quick explosion, because fuck it, why not, we wash back ashore with Eve now officially being a part of our party. You know, I literally cannot be upset. Eve is a bodyguard that one-shots every single enemy in the game. And so, with Eve protecting us for the rest of our climb, I did what any sane JRPG player would do when given a weapon of mass destruction. I abused it to farm XP for 2 hours. Okay, I think we're gonna be good for the rest of the game now. Let's move on. I just want to highlight, by the way, how funny it is that, just like many old games, Mother 1 gets unbelievably hard at the very end. So hard that... In the guide that I had to keep looking to make sure I was doing the right thing, it literally suggests that you just start running from every single encounter. But, I mean, come on. I'm basically completely immortal as long as this giant robot lady is chilling in my party with me. There definitely isn't a single type of enemy that has, twice now, almost completely killed me. Oh, no. Once again, for the 3rd time in this playthrough, we get jumped by a fucking robot. And so, in one final act of heroism, Eve sacrifices herself and explodes, destroying the robot alongside her. Once again, with another sacrifice being made to save our lives and allow us to keep pushing forward, right before we leave, Eve has one last thing to tell us. Okay. We seriously cannot fuck this up. People keep dying. And so we climb our final rope. After hours and hours of scaling this massive mountain, we make it to the top. And there's a gravestone there. Suddenly, as if it recognizes our face, the gravestone opens up and a message plays. Ninten, welcome. I always believed that you would find your way here. Your great-grandmother Maria's love was scattered. Scattered in the form of melodies. I have a melody for you. Listen and remember. And with the final melody acquired, you'll never guess where we go next. For one final time, we head down the halls of Queen Mary's castle, where we meet her once again face to face. And we tell her that we did it! We acquired all 8 of the melodies. And just as promised, we sing them to her. Suddenly, Queen Mary, or I guess, as I can finally say, Maria, Ninten's great-grandmother, remembers everything. Alright, I've been waiting all episode to say this. Lore dump time! Okay, seriously though, you're gonna want to buckle up. This is a lot. Like, I have a lot of shit to say here. The year is 1898. Ish. I'm kind of guesstimating here, but it's like within like a time frame like that. Our story begins with a young man. His name, George, a rookie news journalist who finally gets his first big scoop. He outed the president of the United States. This is canon. After releasing this news article, he gets fired from his job due to how sensitive of a topic it was. And so he decides to leave the big city and find a new purpose in life. Eventually ending up at, you guessed it, Podunk. That's the city that we started in, by the way, if you forgot. And eventually, one day, he meets this girl, Maria. She came from a long lineage of Podunkians. Podunkers. Look, her family's from Podunk, okay? I don't really know what to call them. And so they begin their life of happy marriage, buying a house, having kids, you know, marriage stuff. And everything is great, and everything is happy, and everything is awesome. Which means, of course, something has to go really fucking badly. We skip forward to the year 1906. The year that, well, everything went to shit. Out of nowhere, random Podunkians, I decided to go with Podunkians, start to disappear, returning the next day with no recollection of what happened to them and just kind of going on with their lives. Random animals start freaking the fuck out and attacking people, and inanimate objects start to come to life. Does this sound familiar? George, being a naturally curious person because he's a journalist, decides that he wants to figure out what the hell is going on. However, the next morning, George and Maria disappear. Okay, let's talk about space. Suddenly, without warning, George and Maria found themselves getting abducted by an alien spacecraft. However, unlike the other random Podunkians, I like that term now, I think it's cool, George and Maria were not just captured and studied on. The aliens took them with them. Why did the aliens take them? Because they are good parents. Okay, it took exactly 7,352 words to get here. But finally, I get to talk about him. You see, the reason why they abducted these good parents is because just recently, an alien child was born. That child's name was Gygus. Listen, if you're starting with this video and you're very confused right now, Gygus is also the villain in Earthbound. That's all. Okay, let's move on. For some reason that doesn't really ever get explained, the aliens didn't have time to raise Gygus. And so they abducted George and Maria in order to force them to raise the child on their own. So after hanging around these alien people for a while, George comes to the conclusion that they have this little interesting thing inside of them. This thing is known as PSI. And so George begins spending his free time studying psychic power. This includes studying Gygus while he's sleeping. That's probably not a good idea. 2 years pass and George now has an incredibly complex understanding of psychic power. And so he just fucking dips. They don't really explain how he, you know, got back to Earth. I'm going to leave it up to 2 options. Option A, escape pod, because that's kind of what they do in a lot of movies and things. Option B, I mean, we're able to teleport. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to either. Why did he not take his wife with him? Anyways, as you can probably assume, with this insanely valuable information that he has now stolen from the alien race, the aliens are really pissed off. He also literally left Maria there. George, that was your wife? Why did you do that? And so suddenly, 2 years after mysteriously disappearing, George returns to Podunk, a completely changed man from who he once was. So overtaken from the guilt of leaving his wife behind, George isolates himself from the rest of humanity and spends the rest of his life studying psychic power. Also, for some reason, at some point in the middle of his studies, George foresees a future where in 80 years, Gygus is going to return to Earth to enact revenge upon the human race for stealing what was so valuable to them. And so George decides to leave behind his diary and head off to Mount Itoi, where he builds Eve, telling her that in 80 years, his great-grandson will arrive at this mountain who she must protect. Okay, let's talk about what happened to Maria. Years go by, and she continues to raise Gygus as her own child until eventually he matures into an adult. It is also around this time where Gygus is tasked by the rest of his species to return to Earth to enact revenge on humanity for stealing psychic power from them. Maria, being, you know, a human being herself, pleads with Gygus to not go and enact this revenge. Unable to betray the woman who raised him his entire life, he decides to leave Maria behind to eventually just die of natural causes in space. However, and we're gonna get a little bullshitty here, but just, you're gonna have to live with it. Maria's soul manifests into a magical realm. This magical realm, was called Magicant, where she takes the role of Queen Mary. Unfortunately, due to her being only a spirit now, she loses all of her memories and stays in the realm for decades, unsure of what she's even meant to do. Until finally, fast forward like 50, 40 years, Ninten finds her, where she remembers that her purpose was to teach him the melodies that she used to sing to Gygus. And so, as we all remember the melody she once sung to the child that she loved, Magicant begins to fade away, and it is time to finish our journey. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. That was a lot. I do not blame you if you need to pause the video for a minute and take a couple breaths of fresh air. Go ahead. All right, let's go finish this. Oh my god, this is getting too heavy. Heading into the center of Mount Itoi, I first take a detour to this random ass room on the side where, oh, it's everyone that got kidnapped. Okay, I can't deal with this right now. Listen, we'll come back for you guys. I gotta go deal with the alien dude. And after a few moments of preparation and everything ready to go, let's hope that, we don't brutally die. That would not be good. This is it. Right here, right now. Ninten and Gygus. A boy who just wanted to leave home and go on a little adventure. Yeah, that didn't really pan out. And an alien. Not any alien, but the son of George and Maria. This exactly right here is what I find so compelling about Gygus as a villain. He isn't some mindless soldier fighting a war for the sake of fighting a war. To him, and to only him, this is personal. His father, a man who his life was entrusted to, the man who loved the woman that raised him, left him, left them. George left him. Humanity left him, betrayed him. Humanity betrayed Gygus. Gygus hates humanity. And so, viewer, as we're standing here in our final battle, I want to propose to you a question. Why is Gygus here, standing in front of us right now, threatening to destroy our entire species? Is it because it's his duty to enact some divine punishment for his people? Or is Gygus still that child? It's a question that in reality he and only himself can truly answer. But if you were to ask me for my opinion, I think a lot of him right now, in this moment, is just that kid. Emotions, decades and decades of emotions. These human emotions. He's confused, he's angry, he's conflicted, he asks us to come with him. I think this moment is fantastic. Maybe I'm staring too deeply into some NES cartridge that's way more shallow than I'm giving it all this credit for, but to me, these 2 dialogue boxes, these 13 words, they mean that the human that is inside Gygus, the emotions that he gained through the love that he received from Maria, the bottom line is, he can't escape them. George is human. Maria is human. To Gygus, what even is humanity? With these 2 names, the only ones that he's ever known, being 2 sides of a single coin. There's only one person left who can show him which side to trust. And so, we don't fight Gygus. Instead, we sing to him the lullaby that we gathered throughout this entire journey, the same melody Maria used to sing to him every single night. Maria loves Gygus. Maria sings to Gygus. Ninten sings to Gygus. Ninten loves Gygus. Gygus so overcome with this emotion, this love that he hasn't felt in decades, eating and eating away at the shell that he's built around himself. And so one final time, I ask you, why is Gygus here? Gygus is here because he's angry. So angry that in this quest to find answers, to calm himself, he found false confirmation in a plan that at the end of the day will only bring more suffering. And right now, in this moment, at the end of the day, the truth was, all Gygus needed was a reminder of what it means to be loved. And when we sing this melody to him, whether he likes it or not, he is reminded of that exact feeling that he's suppressed for so long. And right here, right now, it's too much. In a final, desperate attempt, Gygus, he begs us to stop, but we don't. We sing, and 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 one final time, we sing. At the summit of Mount Itoi, Anna is reunited with her mom as the rest of the freed Earth people exit the cave. Teddy, his health finally recovered, let's go! Now sings daily at the live house. And the kidnapped grown-ups return to their lonely children in Youngtown. Anna promises Ninten and Lloyd that she will never forget them and that one day they will meet again. Lloyd returns to the elementary school, now hailed as a hero, which is just I mean, dude, that's just fucking adorable. And Ninten's mom and sisters are standing at the front door, ready to greet him back with open arms. And finally, with the crisis averted and the world saved, Ninten takes a much-deserved nap. It's really easy to look at Mother 1, and for that matter, any old NES game that's so dated, so aged, and basically just see it as nothing more than a shallow experience. Because the truth is that so many of these older games, so many ideas that they had, they just can't express it, dude. It's not the fault of the developers, it's not the fault of the writers. It's just the fact that they did not have the equipment that they needed. Yeah, when your hardware looks like this, yeah, believe it or not, it's kind of hard to tell a cohesive story. Even in this video, there were multiple occasions where very vital pieces of the story that's being told just aren't told to you. That whole backstory of Gygus and all of that shit, yeah, in the game, no, it just tells you that she told you. It doesn't actually tell you, like, any of it. Thank you to the Mother Encyclopedia and also the various wiki pages for helping me out with understanding literally, like, anything that was going on. And I think that's why, finally, after actually experiencing it for myself, I understand why so many people have problems with Mother 1. I love what this story is trying to do. I love the idea of Gygus and this moral split between his duties and his feelings, and how does he cope with that? This theme of protecting others and loving them, it's all so good. However, it doesn't really get shown that well, like, at all. Like, it's really unfortunate. The game definitely has its moments. I don't want to go out and say that nothing about how it's actually presented was presented well, because the truth is, plenty of this game was presented well, but also a lot of this game could have been presented way better. And I don't think it's because the game is bad. I think it's because the fucking time period was bad, man. I love the ideas of Mother 1, and I do truly, truly hope that maybe, just maybe one day, Nintendo will look at this story, at this game, and maybe be inspired to pick it back up and bring it up to modern standards. But, I mean, come on, anything coming out with this series anymore is just a pipe dream, let's be for real. So, until that day comes, if it ever does, I will appreciate Mother 1 for what it is. My God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, all of this, look at all of this, please, see, do you see this? Are you tell me you're looking at this, please tell me you're looking at this. If you're not looking at this, I know you're about to click off the video, go back to full screen. While I was finishing working on the script and everything I needed to record this Mother 1 video, I came across Mother Encore, a fan project that not only hopes to take what Mother 1 was and bring it up to the standards of the other two games, but also tell the story in a way that just was not possible in 1989. At the time, I was not completely sure if I actually wanted to talk about this game or not, so I decided right before sitting down to finally record this video, I would play the entire 2.5-hour demo that they put out. It takes you all the way up to about right before you enter Magicant for the first time, and dude, Dude, everything I wanted, everything I hoped for out of this idea, out of this property, it's here! Those little quests, like when you go to save Pippi or fix the fucking zoo that is falling apart, that were once just these single, simple corridors that you would walk through and do random encounters time and time again until you finally finished it, are now fully brought to life dungeons with cool ideas, cool mechanics. They added a Pippi boss fight! And the song is crazy! Ninten's little portrait that shows up when he attacks the enemies, turning the baseball bat into a mechanic that you can use for puzzle solving. No more random encounters! Please, and I mean please, go support this project. Even now, after straight up glazing it as hard as I could for 2 minutes, I don't feel like I've done it justice. It is so well made, so thoughtfully put together. You just know for a fact that everyone who's working on it feels the exact same way that I did. That this game could be so much more if it just had the technology to do so. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to their webpage. Please go check it out. Go play the demo, go join the Discord server and talk to them. Go check out Mother Encore. That's the final note of the video. We're ending on a high note. Oh my god!